ये शेयर हो रहा है स्क्रीन तो, है ना? जूम में भी हो रहा है ना? जूम में भी हो रहा है, दोनों में हो रहा है ना? यू आर स्क्रीन शेयरिंग, ठीक है, दोनों में ही हो रहा है।
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
हाँ, गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड मॉर्निंग। हमारी आवाज आ रही है, क्लियर है?
हाँ जी सर, आ रही है आपकी आवाज।
और स्क्रीन क्लियर है?
यस सर।
हाँ, तो इसमें ये है ना कि कल बात हो रही थी, तो इसमें हमें चूंकि लेट असाइन किया गया है, तो मैं जो पहले छोटा सेशन है उसको मैं पहले शुरू करता हूँ। तो ये आपको सेशन 20 का है, ये बहुत ही
सर लेट अदर देम जॉइन एक्चुअली। आई एम ओनली 1 ईयर।
हाँ, ये तो अभी ज्वाइन करने दें।
हाँ यस, जस्ट वेट फॉर 5 मिनट्स। आई थिंक दे विल गेट जॉइन विद इन 5 मिनट्स।
हाँ ठीक है, फिर उनको ज्वाइन करने देते हैं। तो और लेक्चर में कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं आ रही है? मैं उसका वीडियो भी डाल देता हूँ।
हाँ सर, वीडियो में देखता हूँ सर। मैं अनुराग बोल रहा हूँ सर। मैं देखता हूँ वीडियो वगैरह सारा।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, तो उसमें हमें हमें नहीं लग रहा है कोई डाउट होगी। कहीं भी कोई डाउट होता है तो आप उसको फोन से क्लियर कर सकते हैं, है ना?
यस सर।
हाँ हाँ। इसमें केस स्टडी भी आपको करवानी होगी, इसीलिए जो है पहले मैं जो छोटा सेशन है उसको मैं ले लेता हूँ, क्योंकि वो कह रहे हैं कि लेट शुरू हुआ है, ये सब्जेक्ट लेट शुरू हुआ है और 20 सेशन पूरे करने हैं। तो और सिलेबस लेंदी है ना? और दूसरा कि इसका आपको डायरेक्ट बुक अवेलेबल नहीं है, आपको मार्केट में कोई डायरेक्ट, तो इसीलिए आपको दिक्कत होगी। जब तक कि आपका आपका सिलेबस नहीं कंप्लीट किया जाए तो आपको दिक्कत होगी, है ना? किसी एक बुक में नहीं दिया हुआ है, ये डिफरेंट बुक का आपको मटेरियल है, आपको इसीलिए जो है आपको इसमें केस स्टडी भी जितने हैं सारे प्रोवाइड कर दिए गए हैं, है ना? तो उसको केस स्टडी को एक एक करके उसको जो टॉपिक रिलेटेड है केस स्टडी है तो वो प्रोवाइड कर दिए गए हैं, तो वो एक एक करके भी जैसे ही लेक्चर खत्म होता है फिर केस स्टडी को भी हम लोग डील करेंगे। अच्छे अच्छे केस स्टडी हैं इन्वेंट्री में। इनफैक्ट मैंने काफ़ी केस स्टडी दिए हुए हैं। इन्वेंट्री मैनेजमेंट आपका इम्पोर्टेंट है, आपको इंडस्ट्री में इम्पोर्टेंट है। इन्वेंट्री मैनेजमेंट ही ऐसा इशू है जिसकी वजह से जापान आपका आगे जा रहा है, जापान की इकोनॉमी आगे जा रही है। वो जस्ट इन टाइम पे काम करता है। और ये इन्वेंट्री मैनेजमेंट जो इंडियन कल्चर है वहाँ पे सक्सेसफुल नहीं हो पा रहा है ना। तो यहाँ की जो कल्चर है, यहाँ पे लोगों की जो कल्चर है वो सही बात बताते नहीं है, सही फैक्ट बताते नहीं है। तो ये इन्वेंट्री का यहाँ पे कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर नहीं हो पा रहा है। तो जस्ट इन टाइम इज नॉट सक्सेसफुल इन इंडिया, जस्ट इन टाइम इज फेल्योर इन इंडिया। इसी की वजह से ये आपको इकोनॉमी जो है आपको पिकअप नहीं कर पा रहा है इंडिया में। तो इन्वेंट्री मैनेजमेंट का जो इशू है, जीरो इन्वेंट्री का कॉन्सेप्ट वो जापान लेके चलता है और उसके पास सारा रिकॉर्ड होते हैं, जहां पर भी उसको स्टॉक इन्वेंट्री में अवेलेबल है वो सारा डाटा दे देते हैं। इंडियन पीपुल्स कभी भी डाटा नहीं दे शेयर करते हैं, वो अपनी कंपनी का डाटा शेयर नहीं करते हैं, इसी से उसमें प्रॉब्लम होती है। स्टॉक में कितनी है नहीं है वो ऑनलाइन देने में भी हिचकते हैं। तो इसी से सबसे ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम हो रही है इंडियन कल्चर में और जापानीज कल्चर में। तो इन्वेंट्री मैनेजमेंट आपका बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है। आपके पास अगर इन्वेंट्री आपका पर्याप्त इन्वेंट्री रहता है तो आप कई उसके बेनिफिट्स हैं। तो वही मैं आपको आज इस लेक्चर में आपको डील करूंगा कि व्हाट आर द फिजिकल इन्वेंट्री, है ना, क्या है, तो उसी में डील करूंगा मैं। शुरू करते हैं, लेक्चर शुरू करते हैं।
यस सर।
हाँ, तो इसमें आपको इन्वेंट्री का जो टॉपिक है उसमें आपको जो सिलेबस में दिया हुआ है, फिजिकल इन्वेंट्री, डिपेंडेंट वर्सेस इंडिपेंडेंट डिमांड इन्वेंट्री, टाइप्स ऑफ इन्वेंट्री, यूजेज ऑफ इन्वेंट्री, ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ द इन्वेंट्री मैनेजमेंट, ये आपको सिलेबस में दिया हुआ है। और ये आपको फिजिकल इन्वेंट्री है। फिजिकल इन्वेंट्री इज ए प्रोसेस वेयर ए बिजनेस फिजिकली काउंट्स द एंटायर इन्वेंट्री। जो इन्वेंट्री है उसमें सारा काउंट किया जाता है, उसको फिजिकल इन्वेंट्री बोलते हैं। ए फिजिकल इन्वेंट्री में बी मैंडेटेड बाय द फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग रूल्स और द टैक्स रेगुलेशन टू प्लेस एन एक्यूरेट वैल्यू ऑफ द इन्वेंट्री। ये आपको एक्यूरेट वैल्यू ऑफ द इन्वेंट्री बताती है। और द बिजनेस में नीड टू काउंट इन्वेंट्री सो कंपोनेंट पार्ट्स ऑफ द रॉ मटेरियल्स कैन बी रीस्टॉक्ड, है ना। रीस्टॉकिंग जरूरी है। रीस्टॉकिंग जैसे ही किसी भी बिजनेस में आपका शॉप हो चाहे आपका इंडस्ट्री हो, उसमें रीस्टॉकिंग जरूरी है। जहां से जो आपका, आप देखते होंगे आपने मेडिसिन खरीदा, तो मेडिसिन खरीदने के बाद जो है, जो शॉपकीपर है वो लिखता है कि कौन सा मेडिसिन जो हमारे दुकान से चली गई। तो रीस्टॉकिंग जरूरी है फॉर फुलफिलमेंट ऑफ द कस्टमर ऑर्डर। जब कस्टमर चाहता है तो उसको मटेरियल दिया जाए। Business may be use several different tactics to minimize the disruption caused by the physical inventory. Business में आपको कई जो है different tactics are used to minimize the inventory. Inventory services provide labor and automation to quickly count inventory and minimize the shutdown time. This is the one of the policy of the inventory. Inventory service provide labor and automation quickly. If you provide the automation to the inventory, it will be very useful to the industry. Inventory control system softwares can speed the physical inventory process. Many softwares are there for the inventory control, ERP, MRP softwares. Many softwares are there which says that the in which plant, in which unit the items are there, and you can check on the ERP and you can use that item from there, from the inventory control system. A perpetual inventory system tracks the receipt and use of the inventory and calculates the quantity on hand. What are the items are there? If any of the organization have a 20 units, one unit in Ahmedabad, one unit in the Gurgaon, one unit in the Uttarakhand. By the help of the inventory system software, he can check in which unit the items are lying, and he can use the all the inventory on hand. Cycle counting are there, and alternative to physical inventory may be less inventory. Cycle counting of the inventory is there. Hence, the inventory management is the best policy management for the any of the organization. If you manage the inventory the very quickly, then the account and the finance will be saved by the managing the inventory. And the optimal management of the inventory is important for any of the company. The finance or business manager of the unit is responsible for ensuring the annual physical inventory is properly performed. Inventory records reflect actual quantity on the hand. Inventory valuation methods are appropriate, and adjustments are done in the business accounting system on a timely basis. In addition, the finance or business manager is responsible for ensuring that segregation of duty is maintained throughout the inventory process to promote the safeguarding of the assets, protection of the employee, and objective reporting of the inventory. Especially, no person should be able to authorize a transaction, purchase, or sale, record the transaction, have custody of the inventory, and perform the related reconciliation. Is perpetual or physical inventory the best method for the business? Now, the difference between the methods, how they compare and how they affect process, will help you the right decision. Hence, this is the physical inventory. Counting of the inventory of the noun is the physical inventory. What is the difference between the perpetual and the physical inventory? Perpetual inventory continuously track and records item as per the added or subtracted from the inventory. It continuously tracks and records the item, and it keeps track of the cost of the goods purchased and the sold. Physical inventory uses a periodic schedule to manually count and record items and keep track of the cost of what's bought and sold. So you can check the difference between the perpetual inventory and the physical inventory. In case of the physical inventory, the schedule is a periodic. Within after the 6 months, the inventory is counted. After the 3 month, inventory is counted. But in the case of the perpetual inventory, it is a continuous process and tracks the records continuously. As the item is moved, it is entered in the software. As the item is come in the organization, it is entered in the software. This is a continuous inventory, perpetual inventory. And in case of the physical inventory, it is a periodic inventory, periodic schedule. After the 6 months, it is counted, manually counted and recorded. This is known as the periodic inventory. How do perpetual and physical inventory compare? Keep in mind that the neither perpetual nor physical inventory eliminates the need to the visual inscribed item and ensure they are not damaged, spoiled, or stolen. But there are differences in the technology you will need, the data you shall receive, and the cost of inventory management system. The cost of the managing the inventory management system is the important. If inventory is think and evil, if you have a large number of the inventory, then it means that the money is the blocked. And if you have no inventory and customer comes in your organization, then the money is lost. Hence, the optimum inventory is managed, and the cost of inventory management is the fruitful for any of the organization. Perpetual inventory. Perpetual inventory is impossible to keep track of the manually. It requires automation, and advanced software is available to help you do it. You can either scan your goods into the software. Perpetual inventory, since it is the continuously entered in the software, day to day it is entered in the software. Hence, the advanced software is needed, automation is needed. Data, it provides a real-time accounting of your goods, whether they are in the process. If the times are bought, sold, discarded, or moved to another location, you will be instantly see it and understand what happens. Every transaction, quantity and cost is updated automatically. Every transaction, quantity and the cost is updated automatically. Cost means the depending on the size of your business and the technology needed to track its inventory, setup cost vary from the minimal to high. Depending on the size of the business, you have need to track the inventory setup cost for the minimal to the high. If you keep the inventory too much higher, then the blockage of the money is there in the organization. If the inventory is lost and the customer comes, then it is the loss of your company. Hence, the optimum number of the inventory is kept in an organization. Then the physical inventory. Physical inventory, the technology, you will establish a schedule to periodically count each item in the inventory and record the results. You can create a record keeping system. Manually you can do, but easy to use accounting software is available to manually enter or scan inventory items and their cost into the software. This is the physical inventory. Data, you will refer to your manual or automated records to compare various previous and existing inventory. You can choose the detail you want to track as items are bought, sold, moved, or discarded. If you use accounting software, it is easy to run reports that compare data. Cost, if you keep manual records, setup costs are minimum. If the manual records are kept, then you can check the inventory at any time. Fees for basic accounting software or apps are minimal to the moderate. Then how can you decide which inventory method to use? What factors can help you decide whether the perpetual or physical inventory is right for your business? Inventory size. The size of your inventory determines how much time it takes to manage it. It is easy to count a small inventory manually, but counting a large inventory can be overwhelming. Anticipate your projected growth and plan of your long-term needs. Business location. Does your business have a multiple locations? Perhaps with goods exchange between them, with the pros and cons of the physical tracking items at each side versus using perpetual inventory with the shared data. Business location is important. Maruti has one location of the manufacturing industry. Many companies have 2 locations, 3 locations, one company in the Ahmedabad, one company in the Uttarakhand, one company in the Himachal. Then you can track the inventory with the help of the softwares. You can track the inventory with the help of the software that the which unit is there in where. Transaction volume. Is your business a startup or is it established? Think about the number of your daily transaction and how frequently you need to assess data about the purchase, sales, and inventory status. Budget. Calculate the cost of the labor for the periodical physical counts versus a system that provides perpetual data. Whether you choose perpetual or physical inventory, you don't have to keep it strictly manual. You can research online and find a large variety of the accounting, the inventory software and application, and you will find by varying cost to fit your budget and help simply your inventory tracking process. Next, what is a cycle counting process? A warehouse cycle counting process is an inventory auditing procedure that is a part of an inventory management solution. In this procedure, a small subset of the inventory in a specific location is counted on a specific day. The cycle counting method is a popular solution for the inventory management that enables business to count multiple items within the warehouse without needing to count the entire inventory. This is the cycle counting. It is a popular solution. This works because a certain number of items in first and count for the entire warehouse. If there happens to be an error found in the sampling technique, error could also be expected to occur for other items in the warehouse. The 3 types of the cycling counting include the following. Number 1, control group. Number 2, random cycle. Number 3, ABC analysis. ABC analysis is the better tool which is given and which is used in the case of the many of the theory. ABC analysis. ABC analysis means the A type item, B type item, and the C type item. ABC is based on the Pareto principle, and it means that the 20% of the causes or the 80% of the effects are there. This is the region of the ABC analysis. Control group. This method is used to count items that will provide the best result and will focus on a small number of items that are counted several times in a short period. This repeated count process will be reveal any errors in the technique. If there are any errors that can be corrected, the control group process is repeated until the technique is accurate. Random sample. This type of cycle counting is defined by the counting of items chosen as random. If a warehouse has a large number of similar items, a random amount can be selected to be counted. This count can be done daily to a large percentage of items in the warehouse can be counted in a shorter period of the time. ABC analysis. This is an alternative to random sample counting. It is used the Pareto principle as the basis, which states that the for many events, about 80% of the effects come from the 20% of the causes. This is the principle of the ABC analysis. What is a physical inventory count? Physical inventory, the importance of the physical inventory count. This process is the actual count of the materials and products at a business or one. It ensures that the number recorded in a company's books match an actual number of items on the sales floor, stock room, and the warehouses. This in-depth count is usually conducted once a year, with a smaller sample counts several times in the year. A physical inventory count may be needed to meet the tax regulation or financial accounting rules. With the help of the physical inventory system, the tax regulation can be counted with the help of the physical inventory. Any of the financial accounting, without counting physical inventory, you have a problem of the financial accounting. Hence, financial accounting system will be only be managed if the physical inventory is to be done. This method is extremely time consuming, especially for the large company with more products. But the implementation of the inventory control system and automation, the tracking and counting process can be much simpler. Here are some important steps to ensuring your physical inventory process is successful. Set count dates and notify all stops. Determine who will be doing the counting. Order the necessary supply. Take the opportunity to clean or organize your warehouse. Break up the counting process to make it more reasonable. Create a map of the warehouse to help your counters. Divide the counters by a specific area. Count as many parts as possible before the scheduled count date and mark what has been counted to prevent double counting. Ship all the items you need to ship before the physical count day begins. Do not fill orders or receive inventory during the process. Audit while workers are counting. Print and review discrepancy. Review success and records the procedure. Cycle counting and the physical counting. Choose the base inventory accuracy technique that you can see the difference between the cycle count and the physical inventory. Here are the more important benefits. You can make an educated decision on which option is the right to. Cycle counting is beneficial if you are looking for a more cost-effective solution. There are less interruption in the operation. In the case of the cycle counting, the labor time will be less because it will be counted cyclically. Since the process does not take up as much time, as a result, cycle counting saves money. Cycle counting saves money. It saves the labor and allows for an annual review of each segment of the product. You are doing annual review of in the case of the cycle counting. For organization with a small inventory, doing an annual physical count is the better option. Physical count is a better option for a smaller inventory. It always used to start the new year with a clean state. Clean state ensures a more accurate count of the products and maintains focus while keeping inventory as a priority. If your organization has a large amount of stock, this option will be more time consuming, less flexible, and freezes your inventory, so you cannot perform operations as usual. This is the cycle inventory. Now, dependent versus independent demand inventory. Dependent and independent demands are two broad categories of the inventory. The categories are based on a demand pattern, and therefore trying to establish distinction between the two is necessary because the inventory management system and the process are different for both the categories. Below are the insights on the differences between the two with the examples. Definition: an inventory of an item is categorized independent demand when the demand for such an item is not dependent upon the demand for the item, whereas the inventory of an item is categorized as dependent when demand for such item is dependent upon another item. This is the difference between the dependent inventory, dependent demand inventory, and independent demand inventory. When the inventory is dependent on the demand, then this is known as the dependent demand inventory. When the inventory is independent of the demand, then this is known as the independent demand inventory. Categorization: finished goods items which are ordered by the external customer or manufacturer or stock or sale are referred to as an independent demand items, while raw materials and component inventory are dependent upon the demand for finished goods and hence are referred to as a dependent demand inventory. This is the categorization. Basis of the inventory demand. Independent demands for inventory goods are based on confirmed customer orders, forecast, estimates, and past historical data. On the past historical data, the independent demands are based. Past historical data, forecast on the basis of the forecast, this is based. As for the dependent demand goods, a business will have to be look at what the forecast customers will demand for their finished goods and order the goods to fulfill that order. This is the dependent demand goods. Management of the demand. Finished goods inventory independent demands are managed with the sales order process and the supply chain management processes based on the sales forecast, whereas the dependent demand inventories are the raw materials component to the manufacture of the finished goods are computed and managed using a system known as a material resource planning, MRP. MRP is the better software to handle the inventory process. MRP, different module of the MRP is come in the market, and if any of the persons know the MRP software, then the carrier is better in the case of the MRP handling software. It helps the manager to manage the inventory in the larger plant, bigger plant, which considers not only the quantity of each component parts needed, but also the lead time needed to produce and receive the items. This is the management of the demand. Examples: independent demand is a demand for a finished product such as a bicycle, computer, television, pizza, car, or phone. This is the example of independent demand. And different type of the bicycles, independent demand. No forecasting, independent demand, that does not depend. Computer, television, pizza, car, phone, these are the independent demand. Dependent demand, on the other hand, is the demand for the component parts or the sub-assembly. For example, microchips in the computer, wheels on the bicycle, the cheese on the pizza, and the switch or television or the mouthpiece for the phone. This is the example of a dependent demand. If the assembly of the computer will be done, then the demand of the microchips will be done. If the assembly of the bicycle will be done, then the demand of the wheel will be done. If the pizza is prepared, then the cheese will be demanded. So, if the television is used, then the switch will be used. This is the dependent demand. This is the dependent upon the another item. Here, the distinction between the dependent demand and independent demand with the help of the example is completely clear. The difference between dependent and independent demand in tabular form. Basis of the comparison. Dependent demand. Definition: an inventory of an item is categorized independent demand when the demand for such an item is not dependent upon the demand for the another item. An inventory of an item is categorized as a Dependent, when demand for such an item is dependent upon the another item. Categorization, raw materials and component inventory are dependent upon the demand for finished goods and hence are referred to as dependent demand inventory. Finished good items which are ordered by the external customers or manufactured for the stock and sale are referred to as independent demand items. These are the categorization of the dependent demand and the independent demand. Dependent demand means raw materials. Raw materials are the dependent demands. Component inventory, as I have given in the example, component are the, when the assembly of the bicycle will be there, cycle will be required. When the assembly of the computer is there, microchips are there required. These are the component inventory are under the dependent demand. For the finished good, hence they referred to as a dependent demand inventory. Finished good items which are ordered by the external customer or manufactured for stock and the sale are referred to as a independent demand items. Basis of the inventory demand, a business will have to look at what the forecast customers will demand for their finished products and others the goods fulfill the order. Goods fulfill the order. Independent demand for the inventory goods are based on the confirmed customer order, forecast, estimates of the past historical data. This is the independent demand. Management of the demand. Dependent demand inventory, raw material and components to manufacture the finished goods are computed and managed using a system known as the material requirement planning. MRP software is used for the dependent demand, which considers not only the quantity of the each component parts needed, but also the land times needed to produce the and receive the items. Whereas the finished goods inventory, independent demands are managed with the sales order process and the supply chain management process based on the sales forecast. It is handled through the MRP, material resource planning. It is handled through the sales order or the supply chain management process. Examples of the dependent demand, on the other hand, is demand for the component parts or the sub-assembly. For example, microchips in the computer, wheels on the cycle, cheese on the pizza, and the switch for the television or mouthpiece for the phone. Independent demand is the demand for a finished product such as the bicycle, computer, television, pizza, car or phone. These are the examples of the dependent demand inventory or independent demand inventory. What is the main difference between the dependent and independent demand? An inventory of an item is categorized independent demand when the demand for such an item is not dependent upon the demand for another item, whereas an inventory of an item is categorized as dependent when demand for such an item is dependent upon another item. This is the difference between the dependent and independent demand. What is inventory? Inventory is literally defined as a stock or a store of the goods. These goods are maintained by a business to meet demand and fulfill its purpose. Without proper inventory, the business may not know the amount of the product or services they have on hand and therefore would not be prepared or even have the capability to fill order. So you own a retail store and a customer comes in looking for a new jeans. The customer may decide to shop somewhere else if you ran out of the jeans yesterday and have not restocked them. It makes sense. What's more, if you are a manufacturer, you must maintain several types of inventory in order to keep business running as usual. You will also want to maintain some supply of the finished goods in order to meet demand. These are the types of the demand. Types of the inventory. What are the different types of the inventory are there? When it comes to the supply and demand, there are different types of the inventory that business owner and manager need to know. Understanding these various types of the inventory can help you better manage, plan, and budget. You will then be able to meet demand and thrive in the marketplace. Number one, raw material. Raw materials are necessary to the life of any business. They are made of the materials your business uses to produce its own goods. For example, water, sugar, lemon would be the raw materials you had need if you run a lemon business. Without those raw materials, you cannot produce the beverage you make for any of the sale. Lemon on your hand satisfy the no longer thirsty. If your company does not have a system in place to track its supply of the raw material, you cannot accurately forecast what you will produce over the next quarter for year. So these are the types of the inventory. Raw material of the any of the company is one of the types of the inventory. Work in process inventory. Work in process inventory is made of the different parts that are being processed in a system, including all necessary materials, parts, component, assembly, some assembly. Work in pace inventory usually includes raw material that have been released for the initial processing. It also covers the entire process of a production. Say, for an example, you want an auto repair company. Brake pads would be part of your work process inventory. Right? Finished good inventory. Third type of the inventory is the finished good. Like you probably would have guessed, finished goods of the any of the item in the company is known as the finished goods inventory. That is that type of the inventory which is used, packed, packing is done and sent to the retailers. These are the finished goods inventory. Finished goods inventory includes many complete products that are now ready to be marketed and sold. This is the finished goods inventory that are ready to be marketed and to be sold. Packing material. As the name suggests, packing material is the inventory you use to pack and ship your finished goods. Packing material usually falls into one of the three categories: primary packing, secondary packing, miscellaneous packing. Primary packing materials include the box, bag, or other materials that enclose your product while on the retail display. If your business manufacturer laundry detergent, your primary packing material is the box or bottle that customers pull off the grocery store shelf. Secondary packing material is the box, bag, or other material you use the convenient storage and the transportation of your product. Continuing with the laundry detergent example, the secondary packaging material is the large box that holds 4 bottles of your products. Miscellaneous packaging material is all other items that you use of the storage and transport of your products, including bubble wrap, foam, peanuts, pallets, pallet wrap, labels. At first glance, packing material might not seem like a significant expense, but your business does you a large amount of these supplies every day. If you don't keep the tight control over this inventory, the cost will quickly add up in this case. Number 5, safety stock. With good monitoring, tracking, control, you can allocate certain types of the inventory to protect against the supply and demand uncertainty. Low delivery, reliability, and poor quality component. This type of the inventory cushion is called the safety stock or the buffer inventory. Safety stock is the amount of the product you keep on hand that exceeds what your business needs to be satisfy regular demand. With safety stock, you can avoid stock outs when an order cannot be filled from the existing inventory. Back orders, making the customer wait until the next production cycle, causing the customer to go elsewhere to find the product. When your business don't have counted with these issues, it can provide better customer service, getting the product in the customer's hand when they need it without making them wait, and ultimately better customer satisfaction. Depending on the business you turn the inventory in which it operates, a significant amount of the safety stock may be necessary, the type of the inventory. Other business can get away a lit or no safety stock. It all depends upon the market and how quickly you manufacture the product and deliver it to your customer. A detailed review of your workforce fulfillment of the schedule will give you a clear picture of whether or not satisfy the safety stock in your right business. This is the safety stock. Safety stock is necessary for running the business smoothly. Smoothing inventory. Smoothing inventory. Anticipation inventory is a type of inventory in which a manufacturer purchases and stores products or supplies in excess of the current needs in the anticipation of a future event. Business do this because it smooths out the peaks and valleys of the seasonal fluctuating demands and allows them to maintain a constant output. Here, how it works. A pen manufacturer will build up components, supplies, and completed stock in the months leading up to the start of the new school year. Then during the rush of the back of the school time, the manufacturer slowly reduces the excess inventory without having to increase production time. Sorting smoothing inventory allows the manufacturer to save money in other ways, including keeping workers busy during the slow months, preventing temporary layoffs, stocking up on supplies when prices are low, avoid hiring, onboarding, training, and other labor costs, minimizing overtime hours associated with the increased production. This is known as the smoothing inventory. Avoiding the plant shutdown for idling. If your business deals with the seasonal increase in the demand, building this type of the inventory before the rush comes can keep your workflow running smoothly and efficiently all year long. Number 7, decoupling. In a manufacturing environment, very rarely does every machine produce at the same time. One or two pieces of the equipment may run several times faster than other pieces of the equipment in front of or behind them in production chain. Sometimes machines are down for the repairs or the maintenance. Despite these differences in activity and production time, manufacturers can maintain the workflow by holding decoupling inventory in the stock. Decoupling inventory are the parts. These are the parts, supplies, and the finished product that are waiting to be used by the next machine in the chain. These are the decoupling inventory. Decoupling inventory are the parts, supplies, and the finished products that are waiting. This is in the waiting in the manufacturing system to be used in the next machine in the chain of the manufacturing system. These are the decoupling inventory. Think of it as a type of the shock observer that caution the manufacturing process against production irregularity caused by a different inherent time, a breakdown or maintenance of the individual machines. This type of the inventory decreases the business depend on the sequential nature of the production line and means that machine B does not have to wait for machine A to finish. Therefore, they can start. The machine B operator can pull parts from the decoupling stock even if machine A is down for the repairs. The more decoupling inventory a business holds in the various stages of the production and disruption, the less it will have to coordinate to keep everything running smoothly. Number 8, the cycle inventory. Cycle inventory is a byproduct of the economic order quantity. It is a byproduct of the economic order quantity. Economic order quantity attempts to balance inventory cost and machine setup cost, EOQ. It is a balance of the inventory cost and the machine setup cost. When your business orders a large number of parts for a single large manufacturing run, inventory cost increase, but machine setup cost decrease. For a large number of parts for the single manufacturing run, inventory cost increase, but the machine step up cost decrease because you only have to set up the machine once. On the other side of the coin, when your business orders a small number of the parts or the multiple small manufacturing system, inventory cost decrease, but machine setup cost increase. Cycle inventory serves to bring these two costs into the alignment and reduce the total cost of the production run. Cycle inventory does this by ordering material in lot sizes rather than on as needed basis. This is the cycle inventory. MRO goods. MRO goods means maintenance, repair, and operating supply, or the MRO goods are the items put in place to maintain takes in the production process. Takes in the production process. These goods are usually a major component of the production process, but are not directly a part of the finished products. Examples of the MRO good includes gloves, packing materials, tools, even office supplies like the staples, pen and pencil, copier taper or toner. All of the little parts are the keep the wheels of the touring. These are the maintenance, repair and operating supply goods, which is used in maintenance, which is used in repairs, which is used in the operating supply. These are the MRO goods. The items which are used for materials. MRO good includes gloves, packing material, tools. Tools are used for maintenance. Hence, this is the maintenance goods, MRO goods. Number 10 is the services. Crucial to business success, service inventory includes the monitoring and management of all other types of the inventory in the production process. In a way, it is sort of the humorized counterpart to the MRO goods. The comprehensive scheduling system offered by the Schilling allows you to maintain control of your service inventory by helping you organize your employee work schedule with the ease. That's why scheduling is always simple and convenient. Your business will be able to rest assured working, knowing the production process is in a continuum that your employee will always be on hand when needed. Now that why you shall call service inventory. Number 11, transportation. Transit inventory are crucial to the business that need to the transport items or material from one location to the another item, another place. This is the transportation item. Merchandise shipped by truck or rail can sometimes take days or even weeks to go from a regional warehouse on your retail facility. Inventory in transit must be accounted for when it comes to supply and demand, along with the timelines for those demands to be met. Theoretical inventory attempts to balance, equalize inflow, processing, and outflow rates into the order operation. To that, theoretical inventory describes the average inventory necessary for giving a manufacturing run, assuming that no production item, work in process item has to wait in buffer. Decoupling inventory. In simpler items, theoretical inventory is the minimum inventory needed for a product to move through the manufacturing system without waiting. Unless your business runs a single production system, one machine, theoretical inventory will be an idle that you may never reach because there will always be some inventory in the system. Transportation, decoupling, MRO, etc. Nevertheless, you can use this type of the inventory to plan production runs and prepare for the peak demand. These are known as the theoretical inventory. These are the types of the inventory. These are the types of the inventory. 12 types of the inventory are there. We have discussed all the 12 types of the inventory here. These are the types of the inventory. 12 types of the inventory are in any of the organization. These are the types of the inventory. Types of the inventory. 12 types of the inventory is there in any organization. We have discussed all the 12 types of the inventory here. Inventory usage and advantages. Inventory has many usages in the business, supply chain management or within the production operation, although carrying inventory can incur substantial cost. Holding an inventory take a cost. If you hold an inventory, then it is a cost. It may at a times add value to the business and its customer when managed and controlled properly. Among the many uses of the inventory, the most common are provide a buffer for the peak consumer demand, lack of the capacity or variation from the regular demand levels. Provide flexibility in meeting customer demand, such as in mass customization. Provide a buffer to absorb the raw material from the supply issue. It provides a buffer. Provide a buffer in case of the production issue or the downtime. Provide the ability to realize savings through the economic order production and the purchasing. To maintain accuracy and current stock position. To maintain the accuracy and the current stock position. To analyze product value in the market or meter of the flow. For replacement order, product and future plans. To maintain a smooth operation. To consume the production cost. These are the uses of the inventory. To maintain the smooth operation, you cannot maintain the smooth operation without holding an inventory. Inventory is necessary for the smooth operation. To consume production cost, the inventory is necessary. Organization carry inventory for many regions. On all companies, even those that practice lean system, carry inventory. In fact, organization cannot run without a certain amount of the inventory. You can't run any of the organization without the certain inventory. Some regions that organization carry inventory are the as follow. These are the regions. Protect against stockouts. You have a must to keep the stockouts for to run the business. One reason for carrying inventory is that the goods cannot arrive immediately when you run out of stock. A certain amount of the lead time is needed for goods to be produced and delivered. You have to make sure that you have enough inventory in stock and cover demand during the period of the lead time. Lead time will have a certain amount of the variation which may result from the shipping delay, production problem at a supplier site, lost orders, defective. Lost orders are there. This will lose the business. It is necessary to understand the lost order, why the business is losing. Defective materials and numerous other problems so have to be planned to be prepared. Also, sources of supply are rarely at the same location as demand, and you cannot locate a production facility everywhere there is a demand. As a result, inventory has to be transported from one location to another and sometimes held in a distribution center to be distributed when needed at the various locations. The result is the need to carry inventory to protect against possible stockouts. Maintain independence of the operations. During the production process as well as the supply chain, the product is moved through many different operations that have different processing rates. The challenge is balancing different processing capability and is not always possible. Therefore, you need a cushion between the operation and inventory at different points in the system. Serve the purpose. Extra inventory strategically placed even out differences in processing capability. Extra stores for the inventory can be placed at various points in the supply chain network. Maintenance of the independence operation will be held with the help of the inventory. Just consider the high interdependence of the workstation on an assembly line. Inventory is typically placed between workstations to decrease their interdependence. Otherwise, work stoppage at one station may disrupt or otherwise shut down the entire assembly line. Also consider that there is a natural variation in the processing time between the identical operation due to the randomness. As a result, it is desirable to create a cushion of the inventory so that output can occur at a constant time. Third one region is the balancing the supply and the demand. Supply and demand balancing will be done with the help of the inventory. Balancing of the supply on one side of the supply chain with demand on the other side is always a challenge. Demand is never known with the certainty, and holding extra inventory enables an organization to meet unexpected surges in demand. Also consider that demand occurs intermittently rather than on a continuous basis. An example might be retail sales, which are slower on weekday morning but high over the weekend. Not having extra inventory might mean missed calls. Carrying inventory helps to address these natural variations in the demand. Seasonal demand patterns also contribute to the high and low periods of the demand, such as ice cream sales in the summer or snow shovel sales in the winter. It would be costly for the production facility to produce products in the unison with the seasonality of the demand. This might mean closed facility and unemployed workers during the low seasons and overtime production during high seasons. A more common strategy is for company and their supply chain to produce at the more uniform rate during the year. In this case, extra products are stored in inventory and used during the peak seasons. Protect against uncertainty. Many unexpected events occur that impact both supply and demand. This is due to the randomness and could be anything from a batch of the damaged goods being received to an unexpected delay due to weather or a strike at the supplier's plant. This is the protect against the uncertainty. Any of the unexpected events occur in the company. Unexpected delay due to the weather, either due to the strike of the suppliers, strike of the vendors, two-tier vendor, three-tier vendor. This protect against the uncertainty. Companies carry extra inventory in stock to protect themselves or buffer against these uncertainty. This is a just-in-case scenario. How your companies know that they have to be prepared so that they don't run out of the stock. Economic purchase order. You have heard about the keeping inventory low, but in this scenario, inventory may be purchased in large quantity. There are a number of the reasons why this might be advantageous. For example, suppliers sometimes offer price discount to encourage customer to purchase large quantity at one time. Similarly, buying in large quantity may result in the saving associated with the transporting large quantity at one time. Also, anticipating some type of the price increase, shortage, or disruption may lead to the company to buy the larger quantity. Purchasing larger quantity in the anticipation of the shortage come to the supply chain strategy. Economic purchase order. These are reasons for holding the inventory. It is important to understand that some level of the inventory is usually required to provide buffers against the unforeseen circumstances. It provides the buffers for the unforeseen circumstances. If these inventory levels are not controlled properly, tackled or rotated, they may actually cost a lot of more in the inventory holding cost than the value they provide of the business and its customers in avoiding stock out cost. Keeping an up-to-date estimate of the inventory holding cost for each part of the finished goods is a good way to gauge the optimal inventory holding quantity. Inventory management tools and the inventory software packages are also useful in achieving this. These are the usage of the inventory. These are the usage and advantages of the inventory, why the inventory are kept, why the inventory is needed in a plant. These are the reasons. These are provided the buffers for a peak consumer demand. Flexibility in the meeting customer demands. You cannot meet the customers in mass customization. Inventory is used. These are the usage and advantage of the inventory. Then objectives of the inventory management. What are the objectives of the inventory management? We will study here. The main objective of the inventory management is to maintain inventory at appropriate level to avoid excesses or shortage of the inventory, because both of these, the cases are undesirable for the business. Thus, management is faced with the following conflict objectives: to keep inventory at sufficient high level to perform production and sales activity smoothly. This is the objective of the inventory. To keep inventory at sufficient high level to perform production and sales activity smoothly. To minimize investment in inventory at minimum level to maximize profitability. This is the to minimize investment in inventory at minimum level to maximize profitability. Other objectives of the inventory management are explained as under. To ensure that the supply of the raw material and the finished goods will remain continuous so that production process is not halted and demands of the customers are duly met. This is the objective of the inventory. To ensure that the supply of raw material and the finished goods will remain continuous. That will remain continuous so that the production process is not halted and demands of the customers are duly met. This is the objective of the inventory management. Continuous production process will be there and demand of the customers will be not halted. Number second, to minimize carrying cost of the inventory. To minimize the carrying cost of the inventory. Number second, Number third, to keep investment in inventory at the optimum level. To reduce the losses of the theft, obsolescence, and the wastage. To make the arrangement for sale of the slow-moving items. These are the objectives of the inventory management. To minimize inventory ordering cost. These are the objectives of the inventory management. Minimize the inventory ordering cost. Make arrangement of the sale of the slow-moving items. To reduce the loss of the theft, obsolescence, and the wastage. To keep investment in inventory at the optimum level. Below are the some of the major objectives of the inventory management. Smooth fulfillment of the orders. Customers' orders must be fulfilled. This is one of the most important objectives of the inventory management. A situation where you have an order for your finished products in hand, but you cannot fulfill the order due to the shortage of the inventory is not idle. It is not just puts the fulfillment of the order at risk, but also harms the reputation of your company due to delay in the committed fulfillment at timeliness. To make sure such a situation does not occur, inventory needs to be properly maintained at all times, and inventory management system helps in doing the same. Let us understand this better with the help of an example. You have an order in hand of supplying 100 books to a retailer in the city. When the sales representative takes the order from the retailer, he does not know what the inventory available. He just takes the order and passes it to the warehouse for the fulfillment. All the warehouses you realize that are the only 50 titles available against an order of the 100. This will impact not just this single order, but also your future business relationship with that retailer. Such issue can be solved by using an inventory management system where there are multiple users with different roles against to each of them working of the system. Reduce losses due to the theft and the wastage. This is another major objective of the inventory management. In most organizations, the amount of the inventory is that being managed in huge right from the produced raw material to the finished good. All this inventory needs to be managed extra carefully so that there is a minimal loss due to theft or wastage. If the inventory is not handled properly, incident of the theft and other undesired events will not come to anyone's notice. Let us take an example. You run e-commerce business of selling mobile accessories, having an inventory of the 100 unique SKU. Also, at any given point of the time, there are hundreds of the products dispatched from your warehouse to the customer via courier. At the same time, there are many packages which are coming back to your warehouse as returns, undelivered shipment, etc. There has to be proper inventory management system tracking all of them. In its absence, if any warehouse staff member does not mark an inward entry in the system for a shipment received back from the customer and just steals, it may be a loss to the company due to the theft. Number second, know when the scale or shrink the production of the goods. If you are a manufacturer of the products, you should be already knowing that 3 times when you just need to scale the production to meet market demand and reduce the production, especially when the peak season ends. Inventory management can help you exactly when to scale up or down your production as you get a precise picture of how many products are currently lying in your inventory at any point of the time. To illustrate this better, let us consider an example. You have a small business of manufacturing umbrella. You cannot just keep producing umbrella at a full swing whole year round, since the demand of umbrella in only during the certain months of the year is there only. Having an inventory tracking system in place tells you exactly how many manufactured umbrellas are available with you at the point of the time on a real-time basis. This helps you take a call on scaling up the production or shrink it towards the end of the season. Keep investment in inventory at minimum possible level. Business, especially small business, need adequate working capital for their day-to-day functioning. No business can afford to keep producing goods without having buyers for them and keep the working capital tied up in the stocks. Inventory management helps you address this pain point. Keep your investment in inventory at a minimum possible level. For this, you can use inventory management software to track the inventory levels. Inventory management software is too much useful for handling the inventory. What type of the inventory? At which location? You can track their inventory, at which bin or rack the item is kept. You can decide the keep a threshold for every product, like say 10 units. When the inventory counts falls below this quantity, only when you take up the production activity for that product. This helps you keep your investment in inventory at minimum possible level without hurting your top line. Number 4, clear off the slow moving goods. In many cases, not all the goods produced by you would be flying off the shelf. There would be quite a few goods which are slow moving in the market, but you already have lots of these in your inventory. Any count of the business cannot just keep their working capital block in such type of the goods. Clearing of such slow moving goods is another objective of the inventory management. Let us consider that you are a manufacturer of the garment. You got manufactured around 100 different styles as a part of your smaller collection. As the season ends, you realize that around 10 of these styles have failed to get a response in the market and are not moving off the shelves. Since you don't want to keep your investment in these times, you take a call to mark down the prices by 50% of sale them on the profit or no-loss basis. Taking such an informed decision is possible when you have a proper inventory management system in place, which analyzes sales patterns and tells you which are you slow-moving goods. Analyze product sales pattern. This can be one of the secondary objectives of the inventory management. Analyze the sales pattern. Analyzing product sales pattern is important so that you can take future sales assumption and also see which are the fast and the slow moving goods. What are the fast moving items are there? What are the slow moving items are there? You have to identify this one. Inventory management helps you significantly in this since you exactly know the flow of products in and out of your warehouse. You can export data as per your requirement for any given time frame. In fact, most of the modern inventory management already have the functionality of the analyzing product sales pattern. All you need to do is only select the product category or individual products along with the time frame and concrete reports at the click on the button. These are the objectives of the inventory management. We have all the major as well as minor objectives of the inventory management in depth in this article. You will have understood by how crucial is the inventory management for any of the business and what are the defects it can cause in case of the inventory management is not done properly. Make sure you use a good inventory management software. For the same, provide proper training to your staff members so that whole inventory management activity can done seamlessly in your organization. The investment in inventory is very high in most of the organizations engaged in the manufacturing, wholesale and retail trade. The amount of investment is sometimes more in the inventory than in other sectors. About 90% of the part of the working capital is invested in the inventory. It is necessary for every management to give proper attention to the inventory management. A proper planning of the purchasing, handling, storing, and accounting should form a part of the inventory management. An efficient system of the inventory management will be determine what to purchase, how much to purchase, from where to purchase, and where to store. The purpose of the inventory management is to keep the stock in such a way that neither there is the overstocking or nor the understocking. Both is the made at the optimum level. Overstocking and the understocking. The overstocking will mean a reduction of the liquidity and strapping of the other production process. Understocking, on the other hand, will result in the stoppage of the work. The investment in inventory should be kept under reasonable limits. Objectives of the inventory management. The main objectives of the inventory management are operational and the financial. The operational objective means that the material and spares should be available in sufficient quantity so that the work is not disrupted for want of the inventory. The financial objective means that the investment in inventory should be not remain idle and minimum working capital should be locked in it. The following are the objectives of the inventory management. To ensure continuous supply of materials, spare and finished good so that the production should not suffer at any time and the consumer's demand should also be met. To avoid both overstocking and understocking of the inventory. To maintain investment in inventory at the optimal level as required by the operational and the sales activity. To keep material cost under control so that they contribute in reducing cost of production and the overall cost. To eliminate duplication in ordering and replacing stock. This is possible with the help of the centralizing purchase. To minimize losses through deterioration, periphrase, wastage and damage. To design proper organization for inventory management, clear-cut accountability should be fixed at various levels of the organization. To ensure perpetual inventory control so that material shown in the stock ledger should be actually lying in the stores. To ensure right quality of the goods at the reasonable price. Suitable quality standards will ensure the proper quality loss stocks. The price analysis, the cost analysis, and the value analysis will ensure payment of the proper prices. To facilitate furnishing of data for short-term and long-term planning and control of the inventory. These are the objectives of the inventory management. Now, I will take the attendance. Akash Jha is present.
Yes, sir.
Akshita Bharti is present. Anurag Kumar ji is present.
Present, sir.
Kapil Garg is present.
Yes, sir.
Masad Ali is present.
Yes, sir.
Sandeep Banik is present.
Yes, sir.
Sir, Vigneswaran is also present. He was there.
Yeah. Vigneswaran B. Sahadur Rahman is present.
Yes, sir.
Souvik Rai is present.
Yes, sir. Shami.
Again, am I saying the present?
सर
यस बोलिए
सर शकील अभी डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया सर, वो भी अभी प्रेजेंट था.
ओके शकील हसन नहीं
या शकील हसन करीम.
हाँ ठीक है ओके. हाँ तो जो प्रेजेंट है मैं फिर से उसका नाम बोल देता हूँ. आकाश झा इज प्रेजेंट. अक्षिता भारती इज प्रेजेंट. अनुराग कुमार इज प्रेजेंट. कपिल गर्ग इज प्रेजेंट. मसद अली इज प्रेजेंट. संदीप बनिक इज प्रेजेंट. शाहदुर रहमान इज प्रेजेंट एंड सौविक राय इज प्रेजेंट. है ना
सर? शकील
हाँ एंड शकील हसन इज आल्सो प्रेजेंट.
Sir, Vigneswaran.
हाँ विघ्नेश्वरन बी इज आल्सो प्रेजेंट. ओके Vigneswaran B is also present.